Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alright, so in today's video, we are actually going to be doing an assessment. No, not an assessment. We're going to be doing a, this sounds kind of horrible. Well, it is technically an assessment of the product. So anyways, squirrel moment. We're going to be reviewing this beauty right here. This is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis. And the reason why we're going to be reviewing this bag is because it's been a little bit over 6 months since I actually had the bag. I know that a few years back, there were quality issues in terms of this particular design, where there was a lot of, I would say, cracking on the canvas and also on the glazing as well on itself. I'll get it right. Anyways, you guys, so I thought I would be able to kind of give you some insights on what I've experienced, my thoughts and opinions about the Pochette Metis. Something else wanted to come out, sorry. And to see if it actually still is a good value for your buck in comparison to DHgate. That's totally popular right now on TikTok. Anyways, you guys, squirrel moment. Let's get back on track here. So if you want to know my thoughts and opinions and really get into details about this particular handbag, because I feel that a lot of videos kind of overglaze certain features that I really want to point out to you. So if you are in the market for this particular model right here, or the Pochette Metis in general, and you want a little bit more details about the actual bag itself, then this video is definitely right up your alley. I'm hoping that I can answer my own questions, the questions that I had when I was looking for videos and I just could not find them. So anyways, you guys, before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell as well, so anytime I upload a new video, you automatically get the notifications knowing it's going to be a hot mess. And plus, if you are new to my channel, you already saw I'm already a hot mess. I live up to it. I'm special. All right, you guys. Anyways, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the nitty gritty of this bag, because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I definitely want to hit some key points about my thoughts and opinions. All right, you guys, let's get started. So I did mention DHgate or something like that. I don't know. It's all over TikTok where people are kind of they're flaunting that they're buying these luxury handbags, but they're not luxury handbags. They're pretty much just fake bags, but apparently they look, well, some of them look decent quality, like they would pass for the real thing. I'm going to be completely honest. When I was younger and I didn't have the money and the finances to actually purchase an actual luxury brand, particular product, yes, I would buy like a few here and there of like unauthentic, didn't sound right, fake pretty much handbags. And truth be told, they would just last me for maybe a good month and they would start to break down. But that's a conversation for another day. Personally, would I still continue buying like fake goods? No, just because I do see the value in how the craftsmanship is when it goes into luxury brands, which goes into my other concern that I have with Louis Vuitton in terms of quality. So that was my segue going into this video. But I will say this though, is that I feel like the quality has shifted with Louis Vuitton. And the reason I'm like kind of reiterating that is that I'm very selective now in terms of the bags that I do buy from Louis Vuitton, because I'm always concerned with the quality itself. It sucks, but I think we're in that market where there's such a mass demand for particular goods that Louis Vuitton, and not just them too, this is actually even with Chanel, where there actually are flaws within their products, excuse me, and you kind of get like a sour taste in your mouth, like, I just spent how much on this and it's already like breaking apart. Luckily with those particular brands, you just take them to the boutique, to the shop, wherever you purchase it from, and they're able to fix it free of charge. Let me restate that, not necessarily all free of charge. It depends what the issue is, then they would fix it free of charge. But if it's something that you've done or something that's like normal wear and tear, no, then you actually would have to pay out of pocket. I should correct myself. I apologize. I'm starting looking at my phone. If you were to go to their website, this is a screenshot of the website. It does say the bag does retail for $2,570. Now, again, that's only for the monogram versions. Now, if you're going to go for the leather, then it obviously is going to change a slight difference. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, you guys, so let's get right into the bag. So what I will say, when I did mention about the strap, I did switch it up. So originally the bag comes with also the reverse monogram style type of strap. which is, dang, I dropped the paper. Anyways, so it's this bag or this strap right here, right? Now, I will be honest, the strap, from what I've heard, is much better from the original release, the Pochette Metis. I guess initially the strap itself was very like stiff to the point where it was just hard to adjust. And I never seen one in person, the original release of it. So I can't say, you know, my honest thoughts and opinions, but I will say I have a bag from Louis Vuitton where the strap is very stiff, where like like there's no give to it. So if it's like that, then I would agree it's probably really stiff, but this is actually really nice. It does bend really nicely. I'm not worried about it that's going to crack the canvas or anything in that nature. Now, the reason why I switched out this particular strap is because I felt the strap was it was too thin for me, where it kind of gave off more of, even though it is a woman's handbag, I still use it as a crossbody, and I didn't want it to be so obvious as much as possible if I could avoid that being a woman's bag. So I felt that this strap was a little bit more too petite for my body type. So what I end up doing is purchasing a additional strap, but I got this from the Real World because it was always, and it still is, always sold out on the Louis Vuitton website. I don't remember the name of this particular strap, but if I remember, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. Anyways, so the strap is like this. You can buy this for any bag. So it may look funny on the camera, but see how it just wraps around and it's one piece of canvas. So that's the reason why this other side is upside down. Does that make sense? Because some people are like, it's supposed to be one way. Technically it is one way, because depending how you want to look at it. Anyways, you guys, so the nice thing about this, that these are adjustable, meaning they have these closures right here. So if I wanted to make this shorter, I can, as you guys can see. The reason why I got this, because again, it has the black treated leather, and then on the back of this is also black. So I thought it would go perfect with the reverse monogram, since the leather is actually the black treated, also the black treated on here. So it blends out really effortlessly, like it actually goes with the bag. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. All right, so enough about the strap. So let's get into the bag. So now, as I mentioned, I've had the bag for a little over 6 months now. So let me just give you a visual of how it looks like. Now, this is the front, obviously, as you can tell. This is the size. And the reason I'm showing this to you, because I want you to see how it looks and how it's held up for the past 6 months and plus. So I don't necessarily baby the bag too much, but I still am mindful of how I'm carrying the bag. I think the only thing I would point out, but this is pretty like a given, is that this area right here, it gets a little scratched up, and that's because when you're closing it to the point where it's kind of hitting this right here. So that's going to happen. All right, you guys, so for the sake of the video, I ended up taking the strap, so it's not bothering me. Anyways, so let's go ahead and do a quick measurement, because sometimes I feel like the measurements that some people give, they give the measurements that's on the website, and I always don't like those measurements because I feel like it's a smidge off. So I just got a standard foot-long ruler. So we got from the one edge of the corner all the way to the other edge right here. You see that? So it looks like we are at 9.5 inches in terms of, width. You see that? So right now we are about 7.5 inches. So we have 1.5 inches from down here. You see that? Now up here it's going to be more narrow, so it's about 1 inch. So it's more narrow there. Now, the things that I don't currently use on this bag, I don't use the back pocket. The zipper does work fine. Works great, actually. It's really smooth. I haven't pulled on it. As you can see, it still has like this really tight closure right now, just because, again, I have not used this zipper for any reason. I don't need to. This right here, I don't use this at all either, as you can tell. I'll do a close-up. Here, let me hold it this way. Excuse me. So as you can see, this is still fairly, well, it's new because I don't pull on this. The reason why, because I don't need to, since I use it as a crossbody strap, which is the reason why the leather has been able to stay so smooth like this. You know, some leathers kind of get that wrinkly effect because you're holding it back and forth, back and forth. From my understanding, This happens with all of the pochette metis, where the strap eventually kind of sticks to that structure of it being kind of pulled apart. I don't like that, so I just keep it as is. It's very beautiful to me, so I want to keep it that way. But you do you, boo. All right, so we'll give you a close-up of the gribbets, or whatever they call these suckers. So I'm gonna give you the closest I possibly can, but that is the stitching right there. One thing I did notice, but this is actually with a lot of bags, so in general. So if you notice right here, it kind of pulls on the canvas slightly in terms of the stitching. Hopefully you're able to see that. I do get concerned about that in the sense of, like, if I'm pulling the bag or it's pulling against me since I'm wearing a crossbody, will this eventually wear down the canvas? I don't know, but if it does, then it's taking it back to the store. But it's the same thing over here too. Wait, did I just show you the same side? I don't know. Anyways, guys, so since I'm showing you this area, let's go ahead and look at the actual glazing. So let's start from this corner right here. You see this? So this is the glazing that there was such a huge issue with, I would say, for the first release of this actual bag itself. So this is the inside. There's no glazing down here, but the reason why, again, I'm showing you all of this detail, because I was in the market for this bag for a few years, and I could never get an actual video to showcase all of these details on this bag. So I'm hoping that this may be beneficial for someone out there like me. All right, so again, no scratches on the corner, as you can see. Again, I don't baby the bag, but I am still careful and mindful how I take care of it. As you see, there's no issues with the glazing, so that's good. One thing I don't really care about, other than the little scratchings on here, is that this right here. Sometimes it can get pretty hard to kind of get it to close shut. At one point, I thought it was broken because it would not close. This will happen. This is what you'll end up needing to do. You'll really need to fill it in, because if I took my wallet out of here, right? This is a Louis Vuitton. I'm not sure what model this is, so, but just in case you are curious, that's what I have. So if you notice right here, so say I was trying to close it, right? Look at this. So it's pushing in, right? But it's not closing. It's not closing because it needs a little bit of, like, kind of like something in there to kind of help push it out while you're pushing it in. Does that make any sense? It sounds okay in my head, but I think it may not translate well. Anyways, see, it just says it's a struggle, right? And I don't want to push it and force it in there, because I'm afraid if I do that, I may end up breaking it. So, but now, since I put my wallet back in there, you see what I mean? Like, that does bother me, so I always have to have something in there. Now, let me go ahead and show you, as I'm holding it open, meaning like the actual flap, about the glazing, because that was another issue, concern, that people said that it had too much tension on the actual, like, glazing part of the strap. So I'm giving you a close-up because, again, if this is beneficial for you, I hope this is something that you definitely need it in terms of a review. But if you notice this, I don't see any pulling. Do you see that? I don't see like any tension with the glazing. So cool beans. I am glad that they fixed that. Anyways, you guys, so this is the inside. All right, so this is the inside as well. I do have quite a few stuff in there. Let me take everything out. It does hold a lot, so I'm not gonna lie, it does hold quite a bit. All right, so I don't want to show you everything I have in here, but it's a mess. It's a mess. But it does get dirty in there, so just keep that in mind. See, when I say dirty, I mean like dusty. All right, so that's the inside. I don't believe there's any pockets in the inside. No, there's not. So you do have the tag, barcode, not the barcode, like the tag of like Louis Vuitton made in blah, blah, blah. But that's it. That's the inside. Nothing fancy. It's just basic 2 standard pockets. It holds a lot. It actually does hold quite a bit. Now let me give, since I have everything out, let me show you, if I open this up, like, let's get closer to like the curve, not the curves, what am I talking about, to up here, the edging. So you can see if there's any cracking whatsoever, which there is not. If there was, trust me, I'll be taking it to the stove. And this is the other side as well. What I have researched online in terms of like resale values, like if I went onto the Real Rail, I did see some pre-loved bags that started roughly, in the ones in good shape, I would say roughly about 2,300. So if the bag right now retails for 2,570, you're saving about 270, give and take. Again, but that's based on the actual care or the condition of that particular bag. Now, there were other bags that were actually much cheaper, like 1,800, but those were kind of like really beat up, and those were more in the actual complete monogram with the Pochette leather, which those typically do kind of like give out that wear down look. If that's the bag you're looking for, great. If not, I would stick with this just because since I do wear this pretty much every single day, I'm not worried about it getting wet because all of this is treated. Nothing on here can get damaged. So that's the reason why I ended up choosing this bag, because I didn't feel like I actually had to baby it versus my other bags that actually do have the Pochette leather, except some of them I never fulls, because I didn't have to worry about the non-treated leather. Did that make any sense? No, it didn't, but hopefully you're following me. I also forgot to show you guys, which I don't rarely ever use. There is a pocket inside this bag. I just don't ever use it. It's way back here. I'm telling you, there's certain things I just don't use in the bag. Like back here, you see there's some paper in here. So, and there's no pull on there, so you don't see it kind of like loose. Like some other bags, you'll see it being loose. No, this doesn't. Like, see? Like, oh, I can't. There it is. So if I put it back, look. It looks like it's connected to the bag, right? Because again, I don't use it. Just in case you are curious as to what it can hold, my bag is pretty much filled with just random junk. I got a receipt in here, a small lotion, some Visine or some eye drops, this little thingy to hold medicine, keys to my P.O. box, lip gloss, this thing from Fenty Beauty to patch up or soak up like oil on your skin, 2 lip glosses for your breath so don't stink, lipstick of some sort, candy, an empty bag for what, I don't know why I have an empty bag in there, a pen, another lippy, this little stand for like your cell phone. Some of these, like, they're flushable wipes, but I use this for my daughter because she gets dirty a lot when she's eating candy or we're out and about, so I can wipe her face. Some Advil, because you never know when someone gives you a headache. I got another Advil, or your kids give you a headache. Some more gloss. Let's see, I have an extra face mask because some places still require you to face mask. And depending where I go, I actually still wear my face mask because I don't trust nobody. Anyways, I got a business card to something. I got a tape measure. Tape measure is because I do a lot of house remodeling projects, so I always need to have this on hand, especially when I'm going somewhere. I'm like, I need to measure that. I got a bag of suckers because my daughter, you know, it's my bribery to keep her entertained. A Louis Vuitton, it's like a personal size like cologne spray. Oh my god, I can't remember what scent this is, but it smells so good. I gotta go back to the boutique and give me another some refills of this. Anyways, so that. And my wallet. My wallet is in the front. Now, when it comes to my cell phone, I just usually either hold my cell phone or I'll just put it in whichever compartment that it actually fits in. So that is my bag. If you are curious, I am 5'7". It does hold on my body quite well. Let me show you real quick actually how it looks like. Okay, so again, I am 5'7". I weigh about like 169 pounds. So this is how it looks like. So hopefully you guys are able to see it. It does hit right by the hip area, right so. Can't get the words out. So yeah, that's usually how I have it hanging on my body, just perfectly, just like this. Again, this is the reason why I like this particular strap, because from my understanding, I think, if I measure this correctly, it's about like 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's about 1.5 inches. And I think the one that originally comes with is like, I'm not sure what measurement that is, to be completely honest. I can't think right here, but that's the size of this particular strap. And again, I just got this because I think it's a little bit more, it looks much better on my body type. But I like how it goes to, I like how it looks together. I can't get my words out, dang. Okay, but if you are curious on how it looks like with the original strap, I'll show you. It's not that, I can't remember if it's the same length. I actually think it is. Yeah, you see? I'm not sure if you see what I see, but I mean, it's not bad. I'm not saying that it is, because it's not, but I just prefer more of the bulkier strap than versus this particular smaller strap. It does hold, it does come up a smidge more comparison to the other one, because I can feel it, because before it would hit me right here, and now it's hitting me like right here. It is what it is. So again, that is my 6 month, well, over 6 month assessment of the quality overall appearance for the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis. Definitely leave a comment below. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. If I missed anything, definitely also leave a comment and I'll look into it and I'll answer it for you in terms of the bag that I currently have. Can't speak on the other ones, but can definitely tell you my own personal experience. I hope this video was informative and not too long, but if you did enjoy, I would really appreciate it if you can definitely hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button while you're here, because you never know what upcoming luxury videos and reviews I'll be doing, because I will be doing some quite soon, because I do have a bigger collection that I definitely want to go into the nitty-gritty about the vintage pieces in comparison to the new pieces. But until then, make sure to brush your teeth, wash your culo, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye now.